and the markup would look like this. We don't use the URL fragment anymore, so without JavaScript you cannot do that. You cannot jump to two places at the same time. So it just gives you the entire page, and with an enhanced syntax we can do the injection. You still don't have to write any JavaScript for it, and this is great because it's something that the designer uses, and a lot of designers are not that good with JavaScript, and they can still use this very powerful instrument as Ajax. Another example is this is a modal panel. With an extra option we can also create a modal panel, but we also have these banners that you can inject, and we have tooltips, and they are all Ajax, and they can all be done with patterns. This is an example from Plone Intranet, where we have the landing state of a workspace. This is something you could bookmark, you could point people to. Now, if somebody clicks on one of these links, in this case on meetings, and in meetings there are a lot of documents as minutes. This is what you would get if JavaScript was switched off. You would get this page. So there exists a page that's this screen and that has this content. And content is in this case not user-generated content, but a list of documents. If then the user clicks on this document, JavaScript off, you would get this page. So there exists a page in the system by design that has this user-generated content and the siblings of the content in the list on the left side. Without JavaScript, you click on that one, it just links to this one again. Now all these links have pat-inject statements on them. And with these statements, we can bring that alive, that parts of the screen refresh, it feels faster, you get throbbers when it loads, you don't get page refreshes, scroll positions stay intact, and this is all nice for the user. With no script, again, you have this scenario. The nice thing about this scenario is that you can bookmark each of these pages. Now, with the injection, you cannot do that anymore. This is a problem.
You can bookmark it because the URL also changes.
The URL doesn't change.
Doesn't change.
No, because JavaScript fetches it and injects it, and the URL doesn't know that. It's not part of the model.
So how do the different pages? How do you bookmark them? I mean,
well, that's what I'm going to now. And so to bring this model back to mind, the very simple injection, I want from that page the content and I want to inject it here. If I transfer that to what we just saw, with page A is green. It has this content area. There is somewhere page B that the user in that form never gets to see, red. And I want that red content in this area. That's actually the same model as this. So, without JavaScript, I jump to that page. With JavaScript, the state changes to this. So replace only this content. So, if I have something open here, and I'm working on it, and I just want to browse in a directory to find something, or open that maybe in a new tab, which is also possible, with native browser functions, then I can do that without destroying the content there. Now, if we want to open then that document on top, minutes, I click on that, then there is the third page, is page C. And then it's the part on the right that I'm interested in, the ochre, and I inject it here. But then the bookmarking is an issue. Now, there are solutions for that. The history managers, what they do is that you put something in the URL, behind the URL fragment, you attach it maybe between brackets or something that's machine readable, it's not for humans. And the script reads it from the URL and tries to reproduce that injection. We have something like that in patterns. It's not very easy to use. It should probably be developed further. On the other hand, we see in other developments, I do a lot of laboratory tests with users, with eye scanning, with cameras on the hands, and for days and days. And what I see less and less is that people actually use the URL or even know what it's for. Apple has also noticed this, and they go so far that they don't even show the URL anymore. So I think besides fixing or finding a solution for that in patents with the working history manager, we also need to have a solution for people who don't use the URL anymore. And this is a very clear example that users are really not like us, because we use the URL all the time. You know, that Alexander was the first who was looking, where is the tick box to show the whole URL again? There's a reason that this is a default, and we are not default. What you could do is, we have a sharing button. The sharing button is now the sharing panel in